Welcome viewers, this is Winch here. It's been a long time coming. All my Battlefield 3 experience thus far has been on PlayStation 3. But this is finally, after many times I've said I'm going to do it and really haven't, my first PC gameplay. And the reason I showed you an Xbox controller at the beginning is because, yes, I am an idiot. I am playing with a Xbox controller. I previously mentioned I was kind of using a mouse hybrid kind of combination in terms of controller. They call it a wand. It's like a I believe it's called the PS Amon. Anyway, it's a mouse on your right hand, and on the left it has like a wand type configuration. Anyway, wasn't really enjoying that. It just felt too much like PC controllers. I don't like the mouse and keyboard setup. That's what it felt like. So I was like, you know what, the Xbox is plug and play. Thanks to your comments, one of you said, hey, if you want to play with the controller, just get an Xbox controller because that's a Microsoft product. The computer will recognize it instantly, and it did. The vibration feature, everything works. It's mapped the way it is. But God, I hate that Xbox controller. It's actually painful, I'd have to say, to play with. I don't know how you guys on Xbox play with that controller. I'm sorry. Even though that's what I've recorded all this gameplay with, was with the controller. It just, what I found is that the higher angle left stick being up higher near where your left index finger is, when you're using the sprint feature, a lot of times you'll notice like I'm trying to sprint and it won't sprint because apparently I don't have it depressed hard enough. You really have to depress the thing hard to get the player to sprint. And this is what happens, by the way. Look at this. Shoot one RPG, just one lonely soldier out in the middle of this huge godforsaken battlefield. I shoot one RPG somewhere, next thing I know I got an F-18 straight from my ass. And the AC-130, that's a laugh. I mean, they've taken the teeth out of this thing so many times and nerfed it so many times, and yet people still accuse this thing of being overpowered. I have yet to see anybody get any decent kill streaks in this thing nowadays, now that the FLIR vision's removed and all that stuff. But yes, look at these jet pilots. If there's anything I want to show in this I want to say, I wanted to experience Battlefield and the means it's meant to be experienced. That being the 64-man server, this gargantuan Bandar Desert battle, which has 2 extra flag positions, or is it 3? I can't remember. I mean, there's so many flag positions on this, we don't even have this many on console. So I want to experience it the way it's supposed to be played, and golly, look at this. I mean, what a nightmare. I don't know how you guys put up with this on a day-to-day basis. I've never seen so many vehicle... Oh, look at this deplorable aim. This is, I mean, this is a learning curve I've got here, guys. I've never seen so much vehicle domination. We don't see this on console. I mean, yeah, you got 2 jets, and when you got a good jet pilot, it's a nightmare. But on this, I mean, it's the LAVs, it's the tanks, it's the helicopters, it's the jets, it's all these vehicles all at the same time. And I mean, look at the score here. I mean, I don't know how you get a team this imbalanced, but I mean, it's just terrible. But look, I mean, these graphics, so I did notice some things in the graphics that are considerably better. There was a little rainbow blur there. The explosions are much more detailed. There's no question the frame rate's higher. Even on my, and I take a lot of flack for this, even on my laptop gaming PC that all the PC experts out there love to light me up on saying it's a piece of junk, even though it's a $1,500 brand new laptop with 16 gigs of RAM, 256, excuse me, a 2 gigabyte dedicated graphics card, which apparently is not really a graphics card, but it's a dedicated NVIDIA graphics card, G50M, quad-core processor. It runs this game fine, it runs Crysis 3 fine, it runs my flight simulators fine, but people still say since it doesn't run 120 frames per second, I get all kinds of negative commentary about my setup. But, you know, PC guys love to attack their own for some reason, unlike us console guys. We always band together and defend the mother platform. And we are all looking forward to the PlayStation 4 release coming out later this year. So as you can see, I was like, all right, well, let's get back to what I know, and that's infantry combat. Let's see if I can just maybe do some TDM to try to get comfortable with myself. But guys, I've only got like 4 hours logged on this game on PC. It's just, I don't have any friends on PC. I'm just comfortable. All my friends are on PlayStation. I got hundreds of hours on that. So I figured, let's just try some TDM, a one I'm familiar with, Strike at Karkand. And first of all, I want to ask you guys, as viewers, can you even notice a difference on YouTube? I know you can't. Honestly, in terms of the gameplay, visuals is what I'm trying to say. Can you even notice a difference? Honestly, that's one of the limitations of YouTube, I'm sorry to say, is that if you don't know, YouTube is limited to an upload at 30 frames a second, and it's limited wherever you render the video at. So I normally render my videos at 720p, I want to say. I can't remember the exact resolution, but anyways, if you get it too high, you're going to have a ton of buffer time on your videos. I know that's frustrating for you when you're on your mobile device, or whatever, if you're on 4G or even 3G. Oh, God help you if you are. Sprint, the world's fastest 3G network. Yeah, right. If you know, basically, if I have these incredibly high rendered resolutions, you're not gonna really even be able to enjoy that on YouTube because it's just gonna buffer all the time. So again, when you're experiencing this on YouTube, it's really, you can't, I mean, I get guys all the time that comment on my videos that are PlayStation uploads like, wait a minute, this is PlayStation upload? They thought it was PC, and then they get all mad and like dislike the video, but they realize that they're actually enjoying the video, and then they realize, wait a minute, that was just a PlayStation notification hopped up. Oh, I hate this now. I'm disliking the video. I see that a lot, but most of the time I also get comments, people asking, is this PC gameplay or PlayStation game? You can't even differentiate the two, so it's really only from a player's enjoyability standpoint in terms of the higher player count that you're only going to see a noticeable difference in the upload videos out there. But the core, what I've noticed between the two platforms is that the core mechanics of the game are identical. The strategies translate directly. I still see PC players making the same mistakes that console guys do. There's no difference. You're still thinking on the fly. You still have the same objects. You have still the same battle plans. There's no, really, there is no difference at all, other than maybe the vehicle gameplay because it's on a bigger spectrum. But still, you just have the same core elements of vehicle gameplay, and that being your countermeasures. Being aggressive defensive tactics, you just have to be more conscientious of the numerous angles players have on you. Now, this was my first TDM game. I'm going to show one more after this. This is just a couple of the highlights. You can see it's pretty slow, pretty small player count, but it just amazes me. As soon as I get in one lobby, it don't matter what platform it's on, the next game I've got trolls coming after me. And of course, those of you who don't know, I have the DICE approved dog tags. They do translate to my PC account as well. Look at this. Get shot in the middle of the air doing this jump to come down here to go after this guy to get knife swiped by him. I was like, oh, good night. Is this the kind of luck I'm gonna get in this game? You'll see a stark change here in the gameplay on the next match, which this humored me. I mean, I was laughing. I'm like, really? This quick? I'm already getting guys coming after me trying to knife me. Oh, is that how you roll on PC too? 100 level Colonel with an M1014. Oh my god, come on guys, really? Come on guys, I know you're better than this, PC players. Don't resort to shotguns. Yeah, I've got an ACOG scope and M416 here, for God's sakes. So I wrap it up here with my little sloppy aiming here, shooting at the knees, getting the last kill here, pretty deplorable KD. But again, I haven't played, I mean, I've only played a couple matches of PC before, and that was a long time ago. I kind of got away from it. I was like, this has been a long gap, and I was just kind of bored with PC or with PlayStation last night. I was like, oh, what the heck, we'll pop it in here. So this is the next match, and right off the bat, I thought I'd get my little knife swipe. I've been desperately trying to knife somebody, and I can't believe that guy turned around that quick. I'm just like, golly, I had a good night with this luck I got here. So here's our first troll, Tornado, what's his name? Tornado Grek. Yep, instantly trying to knife me right off the bat. I'm like, great, here we go. So I'm shooting at this guy thinking, I thought that guy was alive, but apparently he's not. So I've noticed a few glitches on PC too that I don't experience on PlayStation. There's lots of objects on the ground that I get tripped up on. Like I found this big yellow hose on the other side of this map I kept getting tripped up on. Boxes, stuff like that is really aggravating to me, particularly when I'm trying to mash this the sprint button on my Xbox dinner plate controller to try to get the player to actually move when he's under fire. But again, here, look at this. I mean, it's about using cover, watching the mini-map. That guy's going down prone to try to mitigate his vertical signature. Here's my knife troll buddy again. Here's me panic wrapping the controller as I get overwhelmed with two guys at point blank range. Again, much the same as you can see between the two platforms. Excuse, God, if I can talk. Mitigating your vertical recoil as well is another, you know, that's basically something you can probably fine-tune with the controller. There's no question. I'm not even debating that I've got the superior. I'm certainly the David and Goliath example right now. A guy that's running an Xbox controller on PC, guys that are running keyboards and mouses with their superior aim control. But I mean, I still I'm not doing too bad here. You can see I'm starting to improve. I mean, that guy's an idiot, but he will knife me here eventually. But you can see my aim's starting to improve. I'm not doing terrible. Obviously, there's no aim assist like I normally play with on Xbox, on PlayStation. There's no aim assist. I've got my sensitivity set really high, but there's no question that this is the inferior. I'm giving myself a handicap, and I almost kind of like that. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of pride myself on the fact that I am running with a device that I guarantee you, without reservation, that none of these guys in this game right now, in this actual game lobby, are capable of utilizing. I would bet you 9 times out of 10, or maybe even higher, that none of these PC players are capable of handling a controller in their hands. There's no question. I know it. I know this from experience, guys. I don't even argue with you on this. I started off with PC gaming. I remember playing first-person shooters on the PC. And then I went to console after years of being away from gaming in itself, and I got my PlayStation 3. And I remember asking myself, how did I get this bad with a controller? I was so bad. I couldn't even move. I couldn't look. I kept, like, anytime I tried to move around on the map, I was just looking down at the ground and then looking up at the air. And I mean, it took, thousands of hours to get that back. There's no question. And I'm not trying to start wars here between platforms. I appreciate both for what they are, and I'm over that now at this point in time. But I'm just stating the facts that there's no question the learning curve to learn a controller type setup is much more difficult. I still don't have it mastered to this day. I get ridiculed all the time about my sloppy aim, and the fact I use aim assist on PlayStation 3. I've taken it off here. I didn't do too bad recently. My buddy Need for Speed guy's like, you need to take off aim assist, you'll aim better. Sometimes I do aim better, sometimes it's worse. But there's no question between the two platforms that it's much more superior to use a keyboard and mouse setup. But again, I always say that I don't like the tactile feedback that I don't get. At least this vibrates. Look at this guy. I love the comments that pop up here. Camper. I don't even know. I'm such a noob. I don't even know how to interface with the typing. I guess you can type messages during this game to players. It cracks me up, PC players, how they do that. Because I'm always so saturated in the gameplay. I'm not capable of, like, even recognizing people's service stars or what, you know, what the rank. You can just see their name and their rank is really all I can see in the kill cam. But I don't have time to read a library up here and these little smart-ass messages people read. And there's that guy finally knifing me after his time. I was like, there you go, buddy. Congratulations. As I was hung up on some random object on the ground, like I seem to happen a lot on these maps. Whether it's a rock, again, a hose, whatever, what have you. I'm always getting hung up on something, and it was just like any other games. If I hesitate for a moment or two, that's about all it takes when some guy's up on my ass trying to knife me. Well, I'm not saying I don't enjoy PC gameplay. I think it certainly offers what the game is supposed to be offered in terms of the higher player counts. We are jealous of this on console, although for the most part, we don't find myself starving for action in a lot of times. We do have lots of action on console. Here's that desperation. Again, let's see this all the time. This guy's already knifed me, has he not? I believe he has. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's another player. Okay, so that's another knife troll coming after me. So I see the spawn beacon here. Of course, I know spawn protection and zigzagging this guy. M5K. It happens on PC too. I see a lot of MP7s. I see a lot of M5Ks. Just shooting from the hip. It's just incredible, those guns. How much I really think they're overpowered in a lot of ways. I don't like them. That's why I don't run with them. But hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you don't think I was going off on a tangent. I'm not trying to criticize anything. I just say I like the challenge of the fact that I'm playing with the subpar interface compared to all these PC players. But I'm still holding my own. You're gonna see in this score that I end up going. I don't get MVP, but I get second place, and I think that's pretty damn good considering my limited experience. The fact that I'm not familiar with the Xbox controller at all. But for the most part, I had fun. I chuckled quite a bit at the pursuit again. So you can see more players join up here. But let me know what you guys want to see. If you want to see more PC gameplay or not, I'll try to work it in there if you do. Please like and subscribe to the video if you enjoyed it, and I'll have more content to come. Thanks for watching.